Alright, good morning. I am on my way to visit my buddy Greg down in Albany, Georgia. Now, I live in Florence, South Carolina, so that's kind of like an almost 7-hour drive. So let's do it. Well, the sun's coming up and we're going through construction, so that's fun. Alright, so traffic's moving along just fine now, and I gotta admit, there's one thing about this camera that I really do not care for, and that is where the button is to hit record. They put this in a really weird spot in the back, which works fine if you're holding the camera pointing at something, but if you're trying to do it like I'm doing it now, as like a selfie type, vlogging type camera, I know I'm just talking and nobody knows what the hell I'm using. This is a Canon Vixia HFX 10. I think that's what it's called, HFX 10. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. I like the camera. The quality is good. The ease of use is great. There was a little bit of a learning curve in learning how to get the content on iMovie on my computer, but I figured out how to do that, and I put a video up on YouTube to show people how to do that, and apparently it's got a lot of traction because other people have bought this camera and they're experimenting with it. But again, when you're filming like this, hitting the record button is kind of a pain in the butt. It's not exactly in the right spot. But anyway, I am through Columbia and headed towards Augusta. Traffic is opened up now and we're moving right along. And yeah, I'm listening to some podcasts. I've got Bert Kreischer's The Bertcast. I downloaded a bunch of episodes last night before I went to bed, and the one that caught my eye that I was most interested in listening to was with former NBA player Ron Artest, also known as Meta World Peace. The title, it says Meta World Peace as the person on the podcast, because that's what he changed his name to legally years ago. They talk about his fight, the Malice in the Palace incident, where he got into it with the teammates, with the fans in the crowd, and how that sort of, it was regrettable on his part and on the fans' part. They apparently have made amends with each other. They've talked about it together. They want to do more projects with it. He's got a lot of projects going on, as well as his own podcast, and it's fascinating. It's a really fascinating podcast to listen to. So go check out the Birdcast. I don't exactly know the number of the one, but it's the one that came out on the November 9th, 2021. So check that out. All right, I'm gonna shut up and drive now. Thanks for watching. Stick around. I had to find the button again. All right, so I've made it through Augusta. I stopped off of Deans Bridge Road, grabbed me some breakfast, back on the road. It looks like I got enough gas to make it to Buc-ee's. This morning, it did not look that way, but sometimes the gauge is off depending on your style of driving and how much stopping and starting you have, and it just sort of gauges what it would normally take. But I guess I'm doing better than planned. So now it looks like I'm 96 miles from Buc-ee's, and I got 120 miles to empty. So when I get to Buc-ee's, I'm gonna fill up, because that would be perfect. That way I wouldn't have to make an extra stop. It wasn't planned that way, it just sort of worked out that way. But anyway, yeah. My wife called, she had a doctor's appointment, and when she got there, they told her, your appointment's not till Monday. And I don't think she was expecting me to laugh, but I thought it really humorous. I don't know why I thought it humorous. I mean, I know it's a pain in the butt for her, because she, had to miss work to go to the thing today, but, and it's also for blood pressure medicine, which she needs, and they've got to special call her in some to get it so that she can have something to make it till her appointment so that everything's fine. But I don't know. She really tries to plan ahead and be organized and have everything coordinated in such a way. And we've been together now for over 20 years, and it's rare to see her miss a mark on anything. And when it does happen, sometimes I just find it a little funny. I mean, I know it's not funny, but it is funny. You gotta know it. It's I love you, baby. So this is a nice road I'm on. 4-lane highway. It's posted at 65 miles an hour. So I mean, I'm like, wow, cool. Back roads, highway, 65, no stoplights. I got the cruise control set. Listening to Bert Kreischer interview Shane Torres right now. Shane Torres is a stand-up comedian. He's been on tour with Bert. I've actually seen him open for Bert before. Funny guy. I also listened to Bert interview Howie Mandel, and I didn't realize that Howie Mandel was 66 years old. You got to listen to that episode. That was really interesting. It talked a lot about how Howie kind of started a television, or he had pitched a television show that later became MTV. Like, he pitched an idea and they sold it, and then it turned it into a network. So pretty cool. But they talk a lot about OCD issues and, you know, sort of germophobic stuff, allegoric, is it allegoric? Agoraphobia? I don't know. Germs. Touching people, that kind of stuff. How he talks about how he got started in comedy. Very sort of on a dare situation. And really interesting podcast. I really enjoyed that one. This one with Shane Torres, so far, I am 1 hour and 12 minutes in, and they just got done talking about pickleball, which I said wasn't a real sport, and they're talking about how much they love pickleball. So if Josh West is watching this, apparently it is real. I still haven't played it or seen it myself, although I have seen the stuff for sale at the sporting goods store. So, all right, maybe it is a real sport. I don't know. I may be convinced to play it with him at some point. We'll see. Oh goodness. Anyway, y'all take care. I'll tune you in for more. Stick around. So I'm still on this 4-lane, you know, it's 2 lanes on this side, 2 lanes on the other side highway, 65 miles an hour. I just passed a chair in the middle of the road. Just a chair, just in the road, in the middle of the road. Just sitting in the chair. I mean, nobody was sitting in the chair, but there's a chair in the middle of the road. I better come off this truck. Here's a truck with furniture. I better come off of his truck. It's one of those chairs. He dropped the chair. Holy crap. I wonder if he knows he dropped the chair. That's amazing. Yeah, one of his chairs must have fallen off the road and was sitting in the middle of the road. Huh. That was like 5 miles back. How do you... I mean, yeah, I guess if you don't have it strapped down, if you don't have it strapped down and it just falls out, I mean, you don't know what's happened, right? I'm about 30 miles away from Buc-ee's, and I got 12 miles to empty, so I'm doing okay with gas. Still listening to Bert talk to Shane Torres. Interesting. If I see any other chairs, I'll let you know. Alright? Alright, I am less than a mile from Buc-ee's, which is good because I got 27 miles to empty. But it says exit now. Ooh la la, exit now, Buc-ee's. I don't know who's more proud of me stopping to get gas here.
Take exit 144 toward Richard B. Russell Parkway.
I don't know who's more excited, me or my buddy Greg, that I'm stopping here to get gas. Actually, he doesn't even know I'm getting gas here. But he'll see this video and he'll be like, hey, Buc-ee's. I mean, whatever. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what it's like.
Exit 144.
I need to get this thing to stop talking because it's kind of loud. Let's get off on exit 144, Richard B. Russell Parkway.
Half a mile, keep left. Follow signs for Warner Robbins.
Turn that volume down, buddy. Alright, we're exiting. We see a Buc-ee's off on the side. There's the beaver. You see the beaver up in the sky? Can you guys see the beaver? Alright. I got
left, then turn left onto Russell
vehicle
Parkway.
behind me. I'm sure he's looking at me going, is this guy really videotaping Buc-ee's? Yes, he is. Stick around, buddy. It's gonna get better. I got 26 miles to empty. So when I left the house this morning,
Parkway.
I can stop this thing from talking. When I left the house this morning, it said that I was going to not make it by 20 miles. Now I'm not only going to make it, but I'm going to have 20 miles to empty by the time I get there. So I don't know if it's the road that just got better, or the Dodge that got better gas mileage as the day went on, or what. But there it is. And I made it. It says 24 miles to empty. I'm going to get some gas, baby. I don't even know what the gas prices are here. There's no advertising that tells you what the price of gas is. No trucks. There's a sign there that says no trucks. It's the interesting thing about Buc-ee's is they don't allow trucks to come into their gas station. This is a high-functioning, multifaceted gas station, not a truck stop. No trucks. But I need gas, so I'm okay with that. Let's just squirrel over here. That's the Buc-ee beaver, and I said squirrel. That's funny. I'm gonna wait for this guy to move, and I'm gonna slide up there. All right, I'm gonna get some gas. And gas here is $2.91. Everywhere around here it was like $3.15, $3.14. I saw one that was $3.05 that was close to here. But $2.91, that beats everybody else's price by a long shot. I'm gonna get some gas and I'm gonna go inside and get something to eat and use the restroom. Okay, I just went inside and spent $70. I got 2 bags of stuff. This is my deal, the 79-cent giant fountain drink. But I bought snacks for my trip, you know, some snacks. And then I bought a sliced brisket sandwich. Freshly made sliced brisket sandwich. It's like $7, but this is good. This is really good. It's actually hot. They just made it. And I also bought some seasoning for the grill. This was probably $10. This was Suckle Buster's honey barbecue rub chicken and pork. This sounds really good. Yeah, but then I got just snacks. I also bought jerky. Now they had 4-ounce jerky of different kinds for like $7.99, and then they got a 10-ounce jerky that was $14.98 or $95 or something like that. So it was cheaper just to get the bigger bags. I got 2 big bags, so that's $30 right there of jerky. I'm not going to eat all that, right? You know, obviously not all at once, but you know, if you want it and you got the means to get the deal, go ahead and get the deal, because you can eat on that for a while. I mean, that's I want to say an investment, but that's really the wrong term. I guess for a fat guy, that is an investment. So anyway, I'm gonna travel to Greg's. From here, it's about an hour and a half. I should be there around 1 o'clock. That's a good time. So let's make it happen, Captain. Okay, so I had the sliced brisket sandwich from Buc-ee's, and I gotta say that's one of the best sliced brisket sandwiches I've ever had in my life. I don't know what they do to that thing, but that is perfect. Holy crap. Last time I came through, I got the, was it the club sandwich? And that was good. But this sliced brisket, man, I may have a new favorite sandwich. That was dynamite. Dynamite! So I finished up the Shane Torres podcast with Bert on the Birdcast, and I went back a little bit further. Now I'm listening to Shane Gillis, I don't know who Shane Gillis is, I'll be honest. I know he's a comedian. I know he was on SNL. But Bert says this is a 3-hour podcast. And apparently they start day drinking at like 10:30 in the morning. And I'm already 28 minutes in, and it's hilarious. It's so good. There's so many little inside jokes that pop up automatically. And also, Bert sings a song that he says he wrote when he was in a band in college. Now, a lot of people don't know that Bert Kreischer was in a band called Giving Out Spankins, and their lead guitarist was this guy who started the band Creed. The guitarist. I don't know his name. He's mentioned it before. Anyway, very interesting, but the song that he sings at the beginning of this is really cool. I actually like it. It's a good song. He's like, I wonder if anybody would dig my music. I'm like, I do. That was pretty good. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. The Shane Gillis episode is number 485 of the Bertcast. Check it out. I have left the interstate. I'm back on a 4-lane highway type thing with a median in the middle, and the speed limit 65 again. I mean, holy crap, I'm making fantastic time. The traffic is low. I'm digging it. I should be to Greg's house before 1 o'clock. So, stay around. I'll be there soon. And I'm at Greg's before 1 o'clock. Right here. I wonder if he knows I'm here yet. Let's go inside. Okay, so it's Sunday, and I had to stop at Buc-ee's on the way back home. I needed to get some gas so that I could make the trip without having to stop again. And I was getting hungry because it's early. Gas is cheaper. It went down 10 cents from Friday to Monday, so I got it for $2.81 today. So anyway, my wife says, hey, if you're going to stop there, how about bring home like a brisket sandwich? That'd be really great. And I was like, okay, I could do that. I didn't realize that they don't do the brisket for breakfast. They just do it for dinner. But I did ask someone if I could get brisket by the pound. So she wanted chopped, and I kind of wanted sliced. So I got a pound of each. I'm sure she's gonna call me at any moment and go, why did you spend $45? So anyway, I'm heading home now. All right, I've made it to my house. Look at there. Woohoo! How about that? Whew. I had to really pee before I got here, so I should probably get that part out. I had to stop and pee. So anyway, I'm home.